So yesterday, Mark Canha of the Oakland Athletics took exception to a 93 fastball kind of by his face. It was fairly close, and he got angry at Shohei Ohtani, and Ohtani was just sitting back like, yo, I didn't mean that, clearly. So we're going to go ahead and break that down in just a moment. What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. If this is your first time on the channel, we do this every single day. We have not missed a single recap. I'll keep it real. I almost missed today because I have a migraine like right behind my eyes, and it is killing me, but we're going to go ahead and push through it. I want to update you guys on some injury concerns around the game of baseball. Cody Bellinger and Zach McKinstry, who was the Rookie of the Year favorite in the National League before he got injured, both of them are back, and the Dodgers, who have been playing really well as of late, they are now going to get even better. And if you're a Dodgers fan and wondering who's going to get sent down to AAA because they're coming back, you have DJ Peters as well as Sheldon Noisy, so they're going back. The timing could not be more perfect because the Giants beat the Dodgers yesterday 8-5, but it was a wild game. Let's go ahead and talk about every single play that was big time yesterday. Matt Beatty hitting a home run, and then Duggar coming in with a home run to up his OPS plus to 158. You have Chris Taylor coming in to top the ball game, and then Yoshi in left field. He saves the game momentarily. Then you have Buster Posey, who, again, I don't know if it's the magical water from McCovey Cove or he's eating the same eagle eggs from Nacho Libre and he's giving himself eagle powers. I don't know what it is, but he hits a 3-run home run, and then Austin Barnes comes in as a pinch hitter and ties it up. Albert Pujols, he hits a walk-off home. No, he doesn't. Mike Tauchman does all the talking yesterday by robbing Albert Pujols, which is really just, for the game of baseball, could you just let that go over the fence? We need one more walk-off home run from Albert Pujols before he sets off into the sunset as a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Either way, the Giants put up 3 runs in the final innings, and Garcia, he gets the save. So with that victory, that is the first victory over the Dodgers to begin 2021. I believe they were 0-5 coming into that game. They are now tied for second place with the Dodgers in that division. So we talked about how Cody Bellinger and Zach McKinstry are activated, and they're coming back today. Why didn't you guys let me know that Framber Valdez was back for the Astros? I had to wait until I was doing my script to figure out that, whoa, that's Framber Valdez. So he comes back and he hits Eric Hosmer, and unfortunately Eric Hosmer, he did have to leave the game with an elbow contusion. Tommy Pham, he goes the other way on an Oppo Taco, and you have McCormick for the Astros. This was one of my favorite plays to begin 2021. Will Myers, he messes with some Astros fans over in right field, so he kind of robs a home run, but not really, because I don't think that was going over the fence. But a fan tried to grab the ball out of the hand, or the glove I should say, of Will Myers, and he yanks it, says you can't have that. Fernando Tatis Jr. hit this ball to Hogwarts, and Ha-Seong Kim, he unties it, and after that, mayhem really ensues for the Houston Astros as the Padres score 10 runs total, and they come away with the victory, so they are now 1.5 games ahead of the Dodgers and the Giants. The Tigers versus the Yankees. This was one of my favorite matchups of the year because you have Garrett Cole versus mini Garrett Cole. I really think that Casey Mize and Garrett Cole have a lot of similarities. Now, we'll have to wait and see if Mize is going to be able to develop like Garrett Cole, but Jeimer Candelario, he saw the ball extremely well against Garrett Cole. You have Rougned Odor with a 4-hit ball game yesterday. His biggest hit came on a home run to tie it up, and Casey Mize, he was electric yesterday. In the month of May, he had a 1.74 ERA, so a lot of people were saying that Casey Mize was going to be the next big thing in terms of starting pitchers, and in the month of May, he really did look like that. So Cole, he goes 6 innings, only allows 1 earned run. You have Soto coming in and striking out Aaron Judge to go to the 9th inning, but then Akil Baddoo doing some base running blunders. It goes to the 10th inning, and Robbie Grossman walks it off. A lot of Yankees fans were upset because on the pitch right before this walk-off from Robbie, a pitch was called a ball, and to be honest with you, as an unbiased, completely non-Yankees fan, that was a strike. So Yankees fans, they kind of have a bone to pick with the umpires, but then again, that one single call did not, come on, you had opportunities to score the entire game. Vladimir Guerrero, aka Spider-Man, made his debut yesterday, and real quick, I want to notate that Vlad was the 20,000th and 4th baseball player to ever debut in Major League Baseball, so it got me thinking, wait, the 20,000th player debuted a few days ago. Who was it? And it was a backup catcher, Jose Gode. So I wanted to go ahead and bring that up before we talked about the game. So Spider-Man, aka Vlad Gutierrez, was fantastic in his debut. He didn't allow a single hit in his first inning. Jesse Winker makes a fantastic play over in left field for him. Unfortunately though, David Bote, this Bote bomb was the only run of the game as Adbert Alzolay goes 5 2/3 scoreless innings, racks up 6 strikeouts, and the bullpen for the Cubs, as Craig Kimbrell saves it on his 33rd birthday. So in my opinion, Craig Kimbrel still has 3 to 4 years of prime baseball left because he throws gas. It seems like his control is somewhat back in order. I'm really happy for Craig Kimbrel. His career is back on track to maybe be a Hall of Fame player. The Cardinals versus the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks fans, please close your ears or look away because they just lost their 12th consecutive game in a row. Yadier Molina is having a massive start to his 2021 campaign. Tyler O'Neill, we call him Tyler Bro-Neal. He hits a 2-run home run for the second consecutive game, and then Nolan Arenado with a home run that I don't even know how he hit. The only time that I see this ball get hit out the yard is in MLB The Show on a cutter inside. It just doesn't make sense. So just an absolutely crazy play, and even crazier, Nolan Arenado kind of saves the game on a double play. He throws out Tim LeCastro, who might be, actually, I think he is the fastest player in all of baseball. Tommy Edman and Dylan Carlson, they drive in a few runs, and I want to shout out Woodford of the Cardinals. He goes 2 2/3 innings of relief, doesn't allow a single hit, and strikes out 6 Diamondbacks, so he kind of saved the game from getting out of hand. And then Edmundo Sosa, this web gem closes out the game. Like I said, the Diamondbacks, they lose their 12th in a row. The Mariners have won 4 out of 5 games. They're still 5.5 games back of first place, but I like the trajectory of the Mariners. They have a young core, and I think they're going to be good going forward. Willie Calhoun, he's a left fielder that robs another left fielder, Jared Kelenic. Ty France is back in that lineup. I forgot to mention him, that he was back from injury, and also Kyle Lewis with a 2-run opposite field home run. So those two guys combined for 3 RBIs, and that was all that the Mariners staff needed. Kiner Falefa, his 22nd RBI brings him up to a 2.8 WAR on the season. He has been amazing. Swanson comes in to save it, and the Mariners escape with a 3-2 victory. All right, let's talk about Shohei Ohtani versus the Oakland Athletics. So, of course, the A's, they get their 3rd consecutive win in a row, but let's talk about how they got there. Ohtani, he was dialed in up until this almost hit by pitch with Mark Canha, and Mark Canha, he didn't cuss at Shohei Ohtani specifically. He was more or less swearing at Kurt Suzuki like, let's effing go, I'm ready. I think he was overreacting. I think that he knew that because Shohei Ohtani is the nicest guy in all of baseball, and he was laughing at the fact that Mark took it personally. Now, if I'm in Mark's shoes, I'm kind of thinking to myself, 93 towards my face is probably not a fun experience, but Ohtani gets the last laugh, kind of, for a few moments. He strikes out Mark Canha on a sword swing, and then Kurt Suzuki makes it a strike him out, throw him out. Unfortunately, from that point, it was kind of downhill for Shohei Ohtani. He ends up hitting Mark Canha later in the game, and Mark Canha, he understands that Ohtani did not mean it, and he laughs it off because we all know Shohei, he is a gift from God, a sweet, sweet angel, no pun intended because he's on the Angels. But Matt Olson with the sacrifice fly, David Fletcher comes back to tie it up, but then Shohei kind of implodes with the walks and just not pitching all that well. Upton bobbles it, and then Murphy drives an RBI. As the A's escape with a 3-1 victory, the A's are still in first place, even though they've been outscored by opponents by 4 runs in total over the course of 2021. So a -4 run differential, but they're in first place. What? You have family members playing each other. The Red Sox versus the Marlins. You have Rafael Devers versus Jose Devers. But first and foremost, I want to talk about how Jorge Alfaro goes the other way. We haven't really talked about him much in the last, I would say, year or two. I know that he was injured in 2020, but JD Martinez, he ties it up at 2 apiece. Alex Verdugo, he yanks one in the rain, and he wins it for the Red Sox. They went 5 innings, and they called it because, I don't know if you guys could tell, but it was raining profusely. I don't know why they didn't just reschedule the game, because the Marlins, they usually fight, and they try to come back as best as possible, but they called it. So game over, Red Sox get the victory. Speaking of horrible weather, I can't really make excuses because the Blue Jays did fairly well. So Eddie Rosario, he starts off the game pretty nice. As a Cleveland fan, I'm thinking, okay, this is good. We're giving Eli Morgan, the prospect that was called up as an emergency starter. Poor Eli Morgan. His first ever start, his debut was coming in like 30 to 40 mile per hour winds, and it's 40 degrees out. Then you have Randall Grichuk, Lourdes Gurriel. They combine for a few runs, and then Joe Panik leaves the yard as Lourdes drives in 2 more RBIs in the 6th. Joe Panik drives in his 3rd run of the game, and then Santiago Espino makes it 11 runs, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. makes a fantastic play over at first base, so the Jays win 11-2. But speaking of Vladimir Guerrero, my card came in. Look at this beautiful card, a rookie Bowman's Best of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. It's autographed. There's only 99 in the world, and my favorite number is 22, so the fact that it was 22 out of 99, just Beautiful. And then last but not least, Mitch Garver, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games on this home run. And that was kind of it for the exciting parts for Twins fans. You have Whit Merrifield and Carlos Santana making it 3-1. Chris Bubic, I can't believe that I said Bubic in the last one. I am terribly sorry to the city of Kansas City as well as Bubic's family. He goes 6 innings, only allows 1 earned run as Whit Merrifield drives in 2 RBIs on a double. You have Salvador Perez driving in an RBI on a single, and I almost said Raul. And Alberto Mondesi is back in business, ladies and gentlemen. So Akil Baddoo is the #1 guy for triples in the American League, but Mondesi, he is so fast and he is so good at hitting the gaps that I truly think that Mondesi could still beat out Akil by the time that the season is over and done with. But that does it for today's MLB recap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy. I'm gonna go take a nap because my eyes feel like they're going to fall out. Be safe out there, guys.
On the outside corner, the Helms. On the inside corner. Hit toward third. Castro has it. Spins. Fires. A perfect game! Roy Halladay has thrown the second perfect game